What is up, good people? Welcome back to the Fuel Yourself audio cast. I am your host, Shawana Mays, certified life and wellness coach who helps women define their goals and create their results from those defined goals by teaching them how to finally follow through. Okay? So I am recording this episode the day before I go to Aruba, and I'm so excited, okay? Because I've never been, but it is raining and thundering like crazy outside, okay? And I'm hoping that all that noise just it will not be picked up on this audio, all right? So if it does, my apologies because I really wanted to get this episode recorded and scheduled for this coming Sunday for you all while I am away, all right? So, in this episode, we're going to talk about the practice of emotional health. And again, I'm going to touch on this concept of how your thoughts create your results. And I wanted to dive into this concept again because the results that you can create in your life have so much to do with your emotional health or your emotional management. So if you've listened to my previous audio cast, then you know that emotional health is one of the areas of life that I walk through on a life and wellness consultation. And I'll have my potential clients share with me where they are now with their emotional health and where they want to be. All right. And answering the question, like, where do you want to be with your emotional health? It gets a little tricky on the consult sometimes because most people have never been asked that question or have even taken the time to really think about what they want their emotional health to actually look like. They just know, like, kind of in general, they want to change in that area. They just want to feel better. So this is where I get to help them define what they want their emotional health to actually look like. Now, the simplest way for me to like really describe emotional health is the ability to manage your emotions. And that will always be through your thoughts. All of your all of your emotions, they're actually triggered by your thoughts that you choose to think. So you can experience negative and positive emotions based on your thoughts. And I can tell you without conscious knowledge of me knowing the actual concept, your thoughts create your results. I actually started practicing this concept, in my own life back in 2014. Now, you've probably heard me tell this story before about my journey of wanting to change my life, which actually started with my health and fitness. My goal was to lose weight, establish a consistent fitness routine for the rest of my life, and look and feel good as I continued to live. That's what I really wanted. I had such a high desire to create all of this for myself. And I committed to really making this happen. And I'll tell you, once I decided to commit, the right tools and resources to assist me in creating what I wanted, they appeared in my life. Like I thought about this every single day. I didn't know like how they were going to appear, but when they did, I knew those tools and resources like were exactly what I needed to assist me in guaranteeing my results that I wanted. Now listen, I had a lot going on in my life at the time when I made this commitment. I was a wife at the time. I was raising my 2 girls. I had a full-time and a part-time job, and my oldest daughter, she participated in the track club at her high school, and I was the one responsible for picking her up from her practices after I got off of my full-time job. Then I would rush to drop her off at home, and then head to my part-time job. This is what my life was looking like when I decided to commit to my health and fitness journey. Now, I really want you to pay close attention to what I'm about to share next, especially because when it comes to your thoughts. As I mentioned on one of my previous audio casts, what I have come to learn from one of my teachers is that our thoughts in our head eventually turn into beliefs the more we think the thoughts over and over again. And when I heard this, it blew my mind because I really found that to be true. We believe what we constantly tell ourselves, even if the belief is not true. All right. Now, since my life was the way that it was when I decided to commit to my health and fitness journey, I had a choice on what I could choose to think. Now, again, I did not know that I was deliberately doing this. Somehow, I just did it. So it was either I think the thought, I'm not going to be able to commit. I already have a busy schedule, so I really don't have the time. Had I stuck with that thought over and over again every single day, that thought would have kept creating feelings of defeat in my body, which could easily keep me stuck and not taking any actions to get me to my desired results. Or I had an option to think a different thought, and my new thought was fueled by all the unnecessary suffering that I kept putting myself through daily by not doing something about how bad I was feeling in my body. So I just decided to think differently. And my new thought was, I'm going to make this happen no matter what. And every day I woke up with this new thought. So this thought loop kept replaying in my brain over and over again with this new thought. It kept empowering me to keep going and showing up for what I wanted. This new thought kept me in the space of finding solutions on how to create what I wanted, even when challenges came up. Now, here are just some of the things, like a smidget of the things that came up continuously as I was navigating through my health and fitness journey in the beginning. Someone in the home or myself getting sick, a disagreement with my spouse, financial setbacks. They cause all kinds of feelings, right? All kinds of negative feelings in the body. The kids ending school or going back to school. That was one of the things that I believed would take me out of the game, right? Holidays, family emergencies. Like, the stuff that pretty much everyone in the world goes through. All right. Now, I want you to know, even in 2025, challenges still come up. They just look different for me now. But because I have practiced the thought, I'm going to make this happen no matter what, I practiced this so much, it's now a part of my unconscious behavior. I have reprogrammed myself to make my fitness a priority. That even when I'm not what you would consider quote unquote motivated, it still happens because of my thought. I have reprogrammed myself to eat healthier, like the habit of me brushing my teeth every day because of my thought. I have reprogrammed myself to get rest by 8:30 or 9 p.m. every night because of my thought. So now I use that thought plus many more that I have created over the last 11 years. I use it with any goal that I want to create in any area of my life. Okay. Any area of my life. Now, I want you to do something for me. I really want you to take a listen and get in a space of openness for a moment. I'm going to walk I'm going to walk through a defeating thought followed by an empowering thought for each area of life that I walk a potential client through on a life and wellness consultation. And I want you to say these thoughts to yourself and see how you feel with each one. Like, seriously, like, do this exercise and become aware of how your body responds to each thought. This is the work to become aware of and practice until it just becomes like who you are, until you're just able to notice your thoughts so effortlessly, sit with them if you have to, but also understand that you have the ability to create new thoughts that create new outcomes that you want in your life. So here we go. Time, the defeating thought. it's too hard for me to create time in my day. The empowering thought, I am open to discovering where I am using all of my time. Physical health, defeating thought, I can't move my body like I used to. I'm too old. Empowering thought, I can just do what I can do right now daily and let that be good enough until it gets better. Finances, defeating thought, I'll never be able to save my money. Empowering thought, I can save I can save money with the money I have right now. Weight, defeating thought, it's too hard for me to lose weight. I've already tried multiple times before. Empowering thought, I am committed to this new opportunity to make progress and get to my results no matter what. Environment, defeating thought, no one around me is changing, so I won't be able to. Empowering thought, it's okay that no one around me is changing. I still get to change. This could be a fun challenge for me. Business or career, defeating thought, I hate this job. Empowering thought, they hired me to serve. Doing my job isn't for them, it's for me. Emotional health, defeating thought, I don't know how to control my emotions. They are always all over the place because of that person or the world. Empowering thought, I am responsible for how I choose to feel about everything in my life, not other people or the world. So, which thoughts would you prefer to have looping in your head on a daily basis? The ones that energize you, the empowering thoughts, or the ones that bring you down, the defeating thoughts? You get to decide which thoughts you want to give power to by deliberately noticing your thoughts, by becoming aware of what it is that you are choosing to think. Listen, thought work is a transferable skill that can be used to create any result that you want in your life. Once you learn the skill, you will have it for the rest of your life and you can take it as far as you want to take it. So, listen, if you want to go deeper with this work, I will help you create a whole new self identity through thought work by teaching you how to become that woman who follows through and creates any result, no matter what. Let's do it. You can book a free life and wellness consultation with me through my website at www.royalrenewal.info. And if you ever need any clarity on anything that I share on these audio casts, because I do like to keep them short and sweet, feel free to email me at info@riproyaltywellness.com, or you can message me on Instagram at your_holistic health coach. For now, I'm wishing you a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of ease, and a whole lot of love. And I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.